Welcome to This Explainer. Let's just jump right in, okay? For the next few minutes, I want you to think of me as your personal career mentor. We are going to completely break down the syllabus, the exact skills, and the precise steps you need to take to land a highly paid role in the incredibly fast-moving world of AI and robotics by 2026. Seriously, grab a notebook. We've got a lot of super valuable ground to cover today. Let's get to it. So, what does it actually take to become a highly paid AI robotics engineer? Well, first off, I want to validate that ambition because it's definitely not a pipe dream. It's an incredibly strategic move. We're looking at a global AI economy that's projected to hit a staggering $15.7 trillion by 2030. That's trillion with a T. AI and robotics, they aren't just sci-fi concepts anymore. They are literally redefining everything from manufacturing and healthcare to defense and logistics. But grabbing a top-tier role in this massive industry takes way more than just a standard engineering degree. It requires a really targeted, focused approach. Just to put the sheer scale of this opportunity into perspective, by 2026, India alone is projected to need over 1 million AI specialists just to keep up with industry demand. Over 1 million. And the reality is, the supply of qualified AI robotics engineers is way, way below that number. As your mentor, I've got to tell you, this massive supply and demand gap, it's your absolute greatest asset. It's pushing salaries straight up and gives you incredible negotiating leverage. Basically, if you have the right skills, employers are going to be fighting over you. Okay, so how do you get those skills? It all starts with your academic foundation. If we look at the typical B.Tech timeline for robotics and AI, it's a very deliberate progression. Year 2, you really need to lock down data structures and the kinematics of robots, which is basically the physics of how machines actually move. Then, heading into year 3, you shift gears into machine learning and CAD/CAM, blending data science with 3D mechanical design. And finally, year 4 is where you tackle the heavy hitters, deep learning and your mandatory industrial training. You really can't skip steps here. It's all designed to build you into a complete, well-rounded engineer. Now, maybe you're coming from a non-technical background or a more traditional engineering branch. Don't worry, you've got a clear roadmap with 3 non-negotiable milestones. Step 1, you absolutely must master the basics of applied math and programming. Think Python or C++. Step 2, you move into machine learning algorithms, really understanding how machines learn from data without us explicitly programming them to do it. And step 3, this is crucial, you have to transition from theory into practice by applying deep learning frameworks like TensorFlow or PyTorch. This path from basic math to advanced frameworks is exactly how you make the leap into intelligent systems. Here is the real secret to gaining a massive competitive edge. A traditional software engineer usually sticks to a single discipline, right? They're primarily writing code. But an AI robotics engineer, you are combining physical hardware knowledge with advanced AI software skills. And the data shows that engineers who have this exact combo consistently earn 30 to 50% more than traditional software developers. 30 to 50%. That is the premium the market places on versatility. You aren't just building an app, you're building a machine that can actually think and make real-time decisions in the physical world. To actually command that kind of premium pay, you need a strategy I like to call skill stacking. Once you hit the mid-level of your career, say 2 to 5 years in, the salary gap gets huge, and it's all based on your tech stack. Employers are aggressively hunting for people proficient in ROS, the robot operating system, and container tools like Kubernetes. Plus, getting cloud certifications from AWS or Azure, absolutely huge. Why? Because modern robots rely heavily on the cloud for data processing and model training. Stack those cloud skills with your deep learning frameworks, and you're in a league of your own. So, you might be wondering, where exactly are these high-paying jobs? Well, we're seeing this massive convergence between IT and OT, information technology and operational technology. In manufacturing and auto, giants like Tata Motors and Bosch are pouring money into Industry 4.0 and autonomous vehicles. In logistics, Amazon is deploying mobile robots all over their warehouses. Space and defense groups like ISRO and DRDO offer incredible, albeit highly competitive, research roles. And healthcare robotics is absolutely booming. The jobs are diverse, and honestly, they're everywhere. Let's circle back to your final year for a second. Deep learning is a critical core subject, and mastering it is practically non-negotiable for modern roles. This is the core engine driving generative AI and advanced computer vision. Whether you're programming a factory robot to recognize parts or an autonomous car navigating city traffic, deep learning architectures, like convolutional neural networks, are the actual brains of the operation. So whatever you do, take these advanced modules seriously. And the return on investment for mastering those skills? It is massive. We are seeing real placement packages hitting upwards of 49 lakhs per annum for top students. Now, I know that sounds wild, but it showcases the absolute ceiling of what global powerhouses like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft will pay for premium, specialized talent right out of college. Obviously, not every fresher is going to start right there, but it clearly proves that corporate budgets for elite AI and robotics talent are just incredibly high right now. Let's ground that with some broader market data across India, just to set clear expectations. A fresher junior AI engineer can expect somewhere around 5 to 8 LPA, while a robotics engineer might start around 4 to 6 LPA. But watch what happens at the mid-level. Just 2 to 5 years in, that AI engineer jumps to 10 to 20 LPA, and the automation engineer climbs to 8 to 14 LPA. The growth trajectory is insanely fast. You can literally use this data as leverage when you're negotiating your starting salary. So how do you make sure you land on the higher end of those ranges? The secret is practical experience. As your mentor, my absolute best advice while you're still a student is to relentlessly prioritize your mandatory industrial training and hands-on projects. Use short-term add-on courses, get internships, build a real portfolio. Because in the eyes of a recruiter, real-world application completely trumps pure theory every single time. A candidate who actually built a working AI-powered robot is always going to beat out the person who only knows the theory on paper. No contest. Oh, and definitely don't limit your horizons geographically. Indian AI and robotics engineers are in incredibly high demand globally. Companies across the US, Germany, Japan, and Singapore are actively recruiting from this talent pool. And the best part? It's not just about packing up and relocating anymore. There's a huge upward trend in these international companies hiring for highly lucrative remote positions, meaning your specialized skills can literally take you around the world, and you might not even have to leave your home office to do it. To wrap up our mentorship session today, I want you to remember this quote. The degree creates the foundation. The right skills, real projects, and the right first employer determine how fast you grow. Getting your B.Tech? That's literally just step one. It's your proactive hustle, completely outside of the classroom. The certifications you grind for, the side projects you build, the strategic way you stack your skills, that's what will dictate your career growth and your actual earning potential. You've really got to own your development. So the roadmap for 2026 is crystal clear. The industries are waiting, the salaries are scaling up fast, and the technology is advancing at breakneck speed. The only variable left in this equation is you. Are you ready to put in the focused work to build the technical foundation for a high-paying AI robotics career? Because the opportunity is absolutely yours for the taking. Start building, start learning, and I will see you in the next explainer.